Hey friends, welcome back to Homestead on a Prayer. We're here in my kitchen today with my Azure haul for the month of March. Now before we jump into this video, I'm going to apologize in advance if the video quality isn't as good on this particular video. My tripod actually recently broke, so I have to hand hold my camera for this video, so I'm going to do the best that I can and hopefully the video quality is okay for you guys. So right off the bat, if you're not familiar with Azure Standard, they are a company that specializes in basically organic and natural foods. They offer a lot of healthier options. They like to support a lot of smaller local farmers, and they basically provide a lot of options that a lot of people may have a hard time finding locally. I really like to support them. They're a small business and they're really committed to just allowing people to be able to purchase healthy food. So I really enjoy a lot of the products that they offer. Now, if you've seen some of my previous Azure hauls, you know that this haul is a little bit smaller than some of the hauls that I've purchased in the past, but I am really excited about it. I would maybe go so far as to say that this is the most exciting Azure haul yet. So the primary reason that I'm so excited about this Azure haul is that I finally was able to get my favorite butter. This is Rumiano's organic grass-fed butter. I love this butter, and for a long time I purchased this butter pretty much every month from Azure. I would get the 10 block case, and that would last me probably a little more than a month. We really enjoyed it. And then for a long time, I don't know if the butter just caught on with popularity or what happened, for a long time it was really, really difficult to get this butter. So this butter would continuously come back in stock and then come out of stock right before my order shipped. So I wasn't able to get it for probably at least a year. I don't remember exactly how long, but it was a really long time, and we definitely really missed having this butter. Now, unfortunately, kind of like everything else in the grocery world, the price of this butter has gone up fairly significantly since I first started mentioning it and sharing it with you guys. That being said, it is still a little bit cheaper than any comparable butter that I can find locally when I buy it in bulk like this. So for this order, I did purchase this box, which comes with 30 of these blocks. This is the equivalent of 2 sticks of regular butter. It's basically a ½ pound. Now, what I had been doing in all of my recent Azure orders was ordering both the 30 block package and the 10 block package of the unsalted butter. Sometimes I would even throw the same packages of the salted butter in there, hoping that at least one of those would be in stock by the time my order shipped, and they always all went out of stock. So this time I had put in my order both the 30 block pack and the 10 pound, or not 10 pound, the 10 block pack. They ended up both shipping, so now I have 40 of these blocks of butter. So most of those are going straight into my freezer, and we're going to enjoy those as long as they last. So next back here, you can see that I got 2 boxes of frozen fruit. These are actually empty. I already put the fruit into my freezer because it tends to defrost pretty quickly. But I have a 5-pound box of frozen raspberry pieces and a 5-pound box of strawberries. Depending on what you're planning to use the raspberries for, these pieces can be a really great deal for you. I think they're about half the price of getting the whole raspberries, and because I mostly use these in things like smoothies or baking, flavoring kefir water, I'm trying to switch to pronouncing that correctly. So because I mostly use it in applications like that, it doesn't really matter to me if the raspberries are whole. So by buying the pieces, I'm able to save a lot of money. I also got a 5-pound box of this organic frozen corn. I did get this a couple months ago from Azure, and we did really enjoy it. Corn is one of those things that I kind of make a priority to buy organic because so much of non-organic corn is GMO, and that's something that we are trying to avoid in my family. Next, I actually got 3 bags. You'll notice there's only 2 shown here. Bags of these late July nacho cheese tortilla chips. I really enjoy these. These make just a healthier option for a snack. I actually picked up my Azure order a couple days ago, so you'll notice that a few of the things here are not going to be pictured in their complete state because we have already used a few of the things here, and we did open one of those bags of chips already. Next, I'm trying out a new brand of mayonnaise. This is Chosen Foods Classic Organic Mayo. I've never tried this before, but there isn't very much selection for high-quality organic mayonnaise available locally, so I wanted to give this a try. I do occasionally make my own mayonnaise. but we don't go through mayonnaise really fast. So I find, when you make your own mayonnaise, it tends to be a fairly large quantity. It takes usually about a cup of oil, and homemade mayonnaise does not have a really long shelf life, even if you have to store it in the fridge, but even stored in the fridge, it doesn't have a very long shelf life. So because of that, I was looking for some other options that I could purchase as well. Next, I got, I think this is an 8-pound, yes, an 8-pound container of this automatic dishwasher powder. This is the third time I've purchased this dishwasher powder, and we've been really happy with it, so I just got some more of that. Behind that, you can see I got a 5-pound bag of cocoa powder. This is red alkalized cocoa powder. So you'll often at the grocery store see this kind of cocoa powder referred to as Dutch processed cocoa powder. I'm really a dark chocolate person, and I like a really rich chocolatey flavor, and I find that there's a lot of times when I prefer using a cocoa powder like that. We do have some of the traditional cocoa powder as well, so that way we have the option depending on what we're baking. Next, I purchased a 5-pound bag of these bittersweet chocolate chips. We've used these in the past and really enjoyed them, so I'm just restocking those. I like to always have chocolate chips on hand for baking. Next, I got some of these Stacy's organic tortillas. I actually got a 3-pack of these, 3 of these packages, but as I mentioned, there's a few things that we've already used. We did have tacos the other night and used one of these packages, so I have 2 left. So you can see these are frozen, so I just store these in the freezer until I'm ready to use them, and I'll just pull out the packages one at a time to defrost. Finally, this month, I am restocking flour as well. I got a 50-pound bag of the Central Milling Company flour. This is organic flour. So this is technically all-purpose flour. I use this just like bread flour. I use it for baking. I really use it for everything, all-purpose, just like it says. I really like this flour. I find that it makes my baked goods have a really high quality. I really enjoy the bread I make with this flour. We go through a lot of flour in my house, so buying flour in these 50-pound bags is a lot more economical for us. That way I can get a much higher quality ingredient. Organic flour is another thing that's really important to us, partly just because it's something that we prefer to eat organic. It's also something that we use a lot of. So every couple months I need a new 50-pound bag of flour. I like to keep a little bit of reserve. I keep it in 5-gallon buckets with gamma lids in my basement. And so I always have 1 or 2 buckets of flour full. But as we go through our supply, I like to restock with a new bag of flour. So thank you so much for hanging out with me in my kitchen today and just seeing this little Azure haul, small but exciting haul. I got some things restocked that I'm really excited about, especially the butter. So thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that you enjoyed seeing what I purchased. I would enjoy hearing about your favorite products from Azure, so if you have anything you'd like to share in the comments, please go ahead and share that. If you're new to Azure, I am going to include my referral link in the video description. If you choose to sign up through that link, it does give my channel a small thank you referral bonus, so I do really appreciate that. It means a lot if you choose to do that. I hope you're having a great day, and I can't wait to see you soon. I'll see you next time.